Email marketing automation, something absolutely all businesses need to include in their marketing strategy if they want to increase their conversion rate and, of course, increase their sales. Let's get into it. Okay, so email marketing is no hidden secret. It's been around since the birth of the internet. But in this modern world of advertising, where there are new shiny object platforms launching almost every single year, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and now potentially even Clubhouse, it's very easy for old bread and butter marketing tools like email marketing to get pushed aside to make room for the new. But trust me on this one. All businesses, regardless of your product or service, should have an effective email marketing strategy in place in their overall advertising strategy. And gone are the days of you having to set up manual emails. We can automate things now. And that's what we're going to be going through today, how you can set up simple automations that will increase your conversion rate and, of course, your sales. Now, over the last few years in multiple businesses, we've tested out a number of different email marketing tools. We've used MailChimp, we've used GetResponse, and what we've found to work the best for us is ActiveCampaign. Now, ActiveCampaign is an all-in-one marketing automation tool, which essentially has taken over our end-to-end customer journey, and we even use it as our CRM system now. And that's what we're going to be going into today. So in fact, let's jump straight onto the Mac and get into ActiveCampaign. So first of all, if you haven't used ActiveCampaign before, you don't have an account, click the link in the description and sign up for a completely free 14-day trial. When you click the link, it's going to bring you to the page on screen, put in your email address and hit start your free trial. Now, by the way, you don't have to go ahead with ActiveCampaign. You can use any tool that you want to use. This is just what we've found to be the best for us and our clients, but you can carry across the exact same principles I'm going to go through in this video to create automations on whatever tool you decide to use. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to create an account. Let me just go full screen on here right now. So make sure you can see things. We might need to blur some stuff off on the screen. So this is our ActiveCampaign for our newest business, Learn Ads, which is our ads education platform. And here we can see an overview of all of the contacts we have. We use this as our complete CRM, some of the automations that we have going. This is our dashboard. When we log in, we're going to always see our dashboard, so we get a summary of all the information on our account. Now, one thing to bring your attention to on the right-hand side is we have our recent activities, so we can see everything that's going on our overall contact list, and of course with our email campaigns. So we've got somebody subscribed 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 7 hours ago, and of course we can see any links that people have clicked as well from our email efforts. Now, on the left-hand side, let me just move me along. On the left-hand side, I'm going to block the screen. We have our contacts, which is our overall database. I'll click on that right now, but we're going to have to blur out some of the information because, of course, I don't want to publish you guys online. So we can see all of our contacts and we can filter them by tags, and we can search any contact as well based on their location or when they signed up to our products or services. We then have our campaigns. These are individual email marketing campaigns. We're not going to go through this today because it's actually very, very simple. I'm going to show you how to create a campaign, but within an automation, something which is really going to make sure you improve or increase your conversion rate on your website. We then have automations, which we're going to jump onto in a moment. We have deals, which is essentially a complete end-to-end pipeline management tool. So you can imagine you have your cold leads, your warm leads, your hot leads. So if you are a business where you need to take somebody through or warm people up first before you sell to them, it's really great for your sales team to use deals. I'm not going to go onto that because there's a lot of sensitive information on there, but maybe in a future video, if you want me to, comment down below. We can create a video based on pipeline. We then have conversations, is what it is. It's conversations free-flowing with our customers. Lists, so email lists. Our site, so we can add different contact forms, for example, on our website and bring them straight through into ActiveCampaign, and then of course, reports. I'm going to stick with automations on this video. Again, let me know in the comments if you want me to create any more videos on this platform. If you like this one, then I'll be sure to in the future. So here we have a number of different automations, email marketing automations that we've got set up for Learn Ads. And I would recommend absolutely all businesses making sure that they have an effective abandoned cart sequence. An abandoned cart sequence is what it is, okay? It is what it sounds like. We are creating an email automation system to send out automation emails over the course of a couple of days to try and trigger somebody to purchase our product that they added to their cart at a point and then abandoned it. Now, people don't always buy our products first time round. Sometimes life just happens. Maybe their kids have come home from school or the dog needs attending to. Life just happens, and sometimes we just don't check out on the products we add to our cart. Now, in that instance, we need to register that. We need to trigger a tag on ActiveCampaign campaign, and we need to send a message to our customers to remind them to come back and buy that product later. That's what an email marketing email sequence is, and it can range from 3 to 5 emails. I've found a sweet spot to be a 3 email sequence, and we'll go on to that in a second. So let's go through what one of these sequences look like on the back end. So let's click abandoned cart email sequence. This is an email sequence for our low ticket Facebook ad course at learnads.io. And let me run through how this actually works. So essentially what this automation is saying is, and zoom in to make sure you can see this, if there is a tag which is status complete order form step 1 for the $19 course, so if that tag is added, then this person is going to enter this automation. We're going to wait 15 minutes to see if they actually go ahead and purchase the product. Now, this is a key in any abandoned cart sequence. We don't want to just put them in an automation and send them the first email, because it might take someone 15 minutes to enter in their credit card details and to go ahead with a purchase. So let's give them 15 minutes first. And then we're going to check, does the contact match the following conditions? Has the contact got a tag purchased Facebook ads $19? So essentially, we will add a tag to our contact automatically when they have purchased our Facebook ads course. I'll run you through how you can do that in a moment. And we are now saying, have they purchased? Have they got this tag? If yes, then end the automation. We don't need to send them the sequence. If no, then send them abandoned cart email 1. Let's have a look at what these emails look like. So click on email here. We're essentially just reminding the person. So, hey, first name, I saw earlier today you tried to join our Facebook ads course, but for some reason your order wasn't completed. Just wanted to drop in and check if there was an issue you ran into. Don't worry if you've left the closed page. I've got your pending order saved so you can pick up where you left off, and we have a link there. Please feel free to respond to this email with any questions you may have. Thanks, Learn Ads team. And we'll go back to previous now. So go back. So this is a very simple reminder email, and you can tailor this to whatever industry you are in. I'll also give you some hints and tips on where you can find email templates later on. So we're then going to wait 1 day to see if this person actually goes ahead and purchases, give them a chance. We're then going to see again, does the person match the tag purchase Facebook ad? So has this first email worked? Have they purchased? If yes, then we're going to say, let's add a tag to that person. They completed the abandoned cart sequence. Now, it's really important to add a tag if they have converted from the sequence, because we need to let ourselves know whether or not these sequences are actually working, so we can work on KPIs and figure out what we need to change within our automation, or maybe even what emails we need to change. So we're adding a tag to say the email sequence worked, and then we're ending the automation. If they still haven't purchased, we're going to send them abandoned cart email 2, again, just tailoring that slightly. We're going to wait 1 day, we're going to check whether they've purchased again. If they have, then hooray, there's the tag, end the automation. If no, then at this stage the automation has failed, they've received 3 emails, they still haven't purchased. We're going to add a tag saying they've completed the email sequence, but there was no purchase, just to let us know that it wasn't successful. And at any point, if we go to look at one of our customers, we can then see if they've already been through a sequence and whether or not that worked for them. So this is what a abandoned cart email sequence looks like on the back end. Let's go ahead and create one of these from scratch. So we go on automations, and we're going to hit create an automation. We're going to start from scratch, although there are a whole bunch of templates that you can use. Go ahead and play around with these yourself and see what is best for you. Hit start from scratch, hit continue. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a start trigger. So the first thing we can do, first of all, is we can name this. So let's call this, okay. In fact, I'll just call this abandoned cart dummy, so I know that this is not actually it's not what we're going to use. So we need to first set a trigger. So how does somebody enter this automation? It can be them subscribing to an email list, it can be submitting a form, opening or reading an email. But what we're going to do is we are going to have it so a tag is added, okay? And we need to actually set up this tag. So the tag is going to be status, completed order form step 1. You can name this tag whatever you want. And we want to run this automation once. What this means is we only want somebody to go through the abandoned cart email sequence 1. We don't want them every time they abandon cart to be stacking up these emails and they're getting the same email again and again. It's just no point. Hit add start. And then what we need to do is add an action. Now, in our sequence before, we had a wait time. So we can go on conditions and we can hit wait. But just to run you through these, there are all sorts we can do. We can send an email, send an SMS, send a notification email. We can wait. We can do an if trigger, so if yes, if no. go to another action, a goal, we can start a new automation. There really are, the possibilities are endless with this. So I'd recommend you starting off low and then figuring out more complex automations later on, and we can jump on some of those on this channel on a future date. Wait for a specific period of time. We're going to wait for 15 minutes, not days. Hit save. And then we want to send our first ever email. So sending options, send email. And we're going to create an email. Name this email Abandoned Cart 1. I'm going to create that. And on ActiveCampaign, we have a whole bunch of options as to what kind of email layout we want to create. I like to stick with a text-only layout because it's the most that looks like or it's the closest to an organic email that you'd receive from someone. But if you want to, you could do a really promotional type email. So you could do, let's just name this subject. So we can do, forgot something. Okay, be creative with this. Forgot something, that's very creative. I'm just doing it for speed. You could put your logo in here. You could put a header image, and then you could put, did you forget something? So we have this built-in editor. We can go ahead and put our email copy in here. Change this by link to our product link. Hit next. Check all of our information, make sure it's okay. We can send a test email to our email address just to make sure that it looks how we want it to, and hit finished when we are done. Okay, then the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and we need to set an if trigger, okay? So at this point, no, actually we want to wait another day because we want to send that email, but then we want to wait to make sure that they've actually received it. We want to send emails at an interval of a day if it's an abandoned cart. So send email on a Monday, wait a day, send it on Tuesday, wait a day, send it on a Wednesday. Okay, so if tag exists, so this is going to be, let's say, purchased, Facebook ads $19. I'm going to add that. If yes, then we want to add a tag. So go contacts, add a tag, status. This is just how I like to name my tags, but you can name them however you want. We do want status with purchase. Save. Add new. I'm going to end the automation here. Okay. If no, then we want to wait. No, we don't want to wait. If no, we want to send another email. Okay. And we want to create a new one. That's going to be abandoned cart email 2. And so on and so forth until you have the layout that we went through before. There's no point boring you with the technicalities because we've already gone through that. So what you do need to know at this stage is how can we actually add these tags? How can we set these triggers? And there are many ways that you can integrate ActiveCampaign with whatever tool you're using. If it's Shopify, then you can integrate directly into ActiveCampaign. If it's any other e-commerce platform, there are loads of different platforms that have APIs with ActiveCampaign. If you don't have one of those, then the best tool for you to use is Zapier.com or Zapier, depending on how you call it. So go on to Zapier.com, Zapier.com. I'll put a link in the description. And what Zapier allows you to do is connect two tools or two softwares to each other. Now, in this instance, I'm using ClickFunnels as my checkout page. So what I need to do is I need to connect ClickFunnels to my ActiveCampaign. So let me show you the Zap, which is adding the tag needed to trigger this abandoned cart sequence. So let's first of all search our Zap, and a Zap is just a name for an integration, hence Zapier. So we're going to search ActiveCampaign, and it's this top one here. So two-step order form. For this to work, for you to use an abandoned cart sequence, you need to have a two-step form. That means that someone fills in their name and email address and details first before they then get taken to their credit card details. So you can at least differentiate between somebody who has purchased a product or somebody who's just filled in their information. So what we have here is our trigger, very similar. Automations all are pretty much the same, but just laid out differently. Okay, we always need a trigger and an action. Okay, so we're connecting our ClickFunnels account. Our trigger event is new contact activity. And we've got it set up to, ClickFunnels is essentially just a landing page builder. So we've got this set up to our checkout, and the actual step is our $19 course. We can test to make sure we're actually triggering that. And we're saying if a new contact is made on this landing page, then we need to create a contact in ActiveCampaign. And we need to pull in the information. So here we want to cross-reference information from ClickFunnels. So we're adding, this is the email address, this is the name. And this is the full name, this is the phone number, and most importantly, this is the tag. So if we get a new contact on this landing page, this is the tag we want to add. Status, complete order form step 1. You can name this whatever you want, but just make sure it's the same as whatever is in your automation. We're then going to turn that automation on, and that essentially is creating this trigger. But what about if someone purchases? What does it do then? Well, it's as simple as this, ActiveCampaign. Somebody goes ahead and purchases, and again, you can use this with whatever tools you're using. If they go ahead and they buy the product, so let's say here, so new successful purchase and ClickFunnels, we then need to create or update a contact. Now, this is where we add the purchase tag, okay? So they update the contact with the tag, purchase the course, and it also needs to enroll them into the course on Teachable. So you can use Zapier for loads of things. So essentially what this automation is doing is it's saying, if there's a new purchase on the checkout page, update the contact in ActiveCampaign to add the tag that they've purchased and enroll them in the course. So fulfill them to that course as well so they can access the product instantly. So it's managing absolutely everything for us without having to go cross-platform. It's doing that for us and integrating everything. So let's go back. That is very, very simply how you can add tags onto ActiveCampaign contacts, okay? And in the same way, that's how we are adding new contacts to ActiveCampaign too. Because every time a new contact is added on our checkout or a new purchase is added, it's adding that contact straight into our overall database on ActiveCampaign. So that is a very, very simple abandoned cart sequence. I don't care what business you're in, I would recommend you trying to set up a 2-step order form so you can collect information before you collect credit card details and introducing some kind of abandoned cart email sequence. It works in the same way as a Facebook ad that's retargeting the traffic that we get on Facebook that then doesn't go ahead and purchase. Now, another sequence I would recommend you looking into, I'll go over to this camera, is a upsell sequence. So for example, with Learn Ads, we have our low ticket courses, which are $19 at the moment. They might be more at the time of watching this. And then we have our high ticket courses, which are around $500. And what we need to do is we want to upsell our low ticket customers to our high ticket products. And so we can introduce what's called an upsell sequence where we're essentially talking through the benefits of our new product or of our higher ticket product in the bids to try and upsell, hence the name, that customer to it. Let me show you how one of those looks. So if we go on the upsell sequence here for our $19 course, and again, tailor this for whatever products or services you are selling. This will work for any company that has low ticket and high ticket. Okay, so the trigger here is contact subscribes to list light paid customers, so our lower ticket customers. We're differentiating from the two so we can then upsell. And the contact does not have a tag in upsell sequence because again, we don't want to be double barrel sending messages. And the contact does not have a tag received welcome email. This is not so much relevant to all you guys, but that's just another sequence we have that they're getting a welcome email, onboarding them to our company. We want to make sure that they're not getting stacked up with automations. So we send them a welcome email, we add the tag receive welcome email, we wait a day, and then we check whether they have purchased our pro course. So have they got the tag purchase Facebook Ads Pro? If yes, end the automation. If no, then add a tag in upsell sequence and send them the first ever email. Now I'm not going to show you this email. If you want to see this sequence, you can go ahead and purchase our Facebook ad free course. It's $19, it's the cheapest it's ever going to be, learnads.io. And you can copy our automation system, our automation sequence, I should say, but make sure you tailor it for yourselves. I see anybody that's got the exact same sequence, I'm going to be coming for you. We're going to wait one day, we're going to check whether they purchased. If yes, then cool. We're going to add the tag to say that this sequence was successful. If no, then we're going to send them the second email. Now this particular sequence is 5 emails long. It's longer than an abandoned cart sequence because the price gap between the two products is quite great, and so we need to make sure we are nurturing the customers. But I would recommend anything from 3 to 5 days for any kind of upsell sequence from a low ticket to a high ticket product or service. So that is 2 very simple and effective email sequences that you need to introduce to your business today if they are relevant to you, your products, and your services. If you want me to go through more in-depth sequences, because we have a ton that we run and we have run for our myriad of clients over the last couple of years, then let me know in the comments down below and I'll be sure to create more automation videos in the future. For now, let me show you where you can find some templates though to help you out if you want to create either of those sequences we've gone through today. So all you need to do, miraculous tool for you, one called Google. Go to Google, type in abandoned cart email sequence template, and you'll be shocked how many templates you'll be able to find online. Here we've got one from ActiveCampaign. We've got a whole training blog which is going through exactly what kind of sequences or how to create these sequences. We have different subject lines that you can use. We have different tones or actual messages that you can copy and paste to your customers. There are a whole bunch of websites. There's another one here from Opt-in Monster, a whole bunch of websites which literally have a whole bunch of templates which you can use and tailor for your company. So go out there, go on Google. There's no excuse. Set this up, get automated, and start increasing your conversion rate and your sales rate online. That's it from me. Click the link in the description if you want to sign up to ActiveCampaign, get their 14-day free trial. Believe me, this tool completely changed the way that we do business. We use it for pretty much all automation now, including our pipeline and CRM system. Click the link, sign up to a completely free 14-day free trial, and let me know if you need anything else from my end. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you all soon. Cheers.